Former POSCO chairman Chung Jun-yang cannot leave the country as an investigation into his alleged slush funds and other corporate misdeeds picks up steam. The Seoul Education Office has introduced tougher measures against teachers who receive bribes and will offer whistleblowers rewards of up to $88,000. And commercial banks are following the Bank of Korea's lead by lowering their interest rates. Access to cash is easier, but the danger of ballooning household debt looms large. Hello and welcome to News Today on KBS World. It's Monday, March 16th. I'm Luke Clary. Former POSCO chairman Chung Jun-yang has been banned from leaving the country, accused of forming slush funds in the process of founding the steel company's construction affiliate. The investigation is likely to extend into other allegations involving the former executive.
Seoul Central District Prosecutor's Office has banned former POSCO chairman Chung Jun-yang from leaving the country. The prosecution has been investigating the allegations of the ex-POSCO chief creating slush funds. The prosecution has already banned overseas travel for other former and incumbent POSCO executives who had allegedly been involved in the slush funds. The executives are expected to be summoned for questioning as early as this week. The prosecution also plans to probe into allegations of tax evasion and mismanagement of affiliates. Previously, the prosecution stated that POSCO Engineering and Construction is just one of many POSCO affiliates, implying that the probe could extend to other parts of the POSCO group. The investigators are analyzing the material seized from the POSCO ENC headquarters in Songdo near Incheon and plan to summon ex-POSCO chief Chung and other past and present executives for questioning as early as this week.
The Seoul Metropolitan Office of Education has introduced tougher measures against teachers who receive bribes from parents. It will give rewards of up to $88,100 to those who report bribe-taking teachers and schools. However, some experts say that the new measures lack a deterrent against parents who would bribe teachers.
Last year, 2 private elementary school teachers were found to have received thousands of US dollars in bribes from parents and were reported to the Seoul Metropolitan Office of Education. Those who report such acts of bribery between parents and teachers in the future will receive rewards of up to approximately 88,000 US dollars. The Metropolitan Education Office will reward the reporters up to 10 times as much as the amount of the bribes received by teachers in return for favors. Schools will designate vice principals or specific teachers as officers in charge of eliminating bribery. They will conduct self-inspections around the beginning of each semester or Teachers' Day.
이런 제도까지 만든 것은 깨끗한 서울 교육을 위한 우리의 의지를 보여준 것이고요. 이런 바탕 위에서 현실적으로 서울 교육이 맑고 깨끗해지기를 바랍니다.
In addition, apart from gifts worth less than approximately $26, such as flower bouquets for Teachers' Day or graduation and entrance ceremonies, teachers will no longer be allowed to receive personal gifts. However, it appears that even tougher anti-bribery measures will be needed, as the current rules lack punishment for those who offer bribes and could potentially generate negative side effects, such as the appearance of reward seekers who abuse the reward system.
In the wake of the Bank of Korea's downward adjustment of the benchmark interest rate, commercial banks began lowering their own annual home mortgage interest rates to the 2% level. Now, homeowners who took out mortgage loans to purchase homes may feel less pressure to pay interest, but the danger of ballooning household debt has grown even more serious.
This is a model house for a new apartment in Gyeonggi Province. Visitors pack the site as the priority application requirements have been relaxed and interest rates lowered.
계속 이사 다니기도 힘들고 그래가지고 알아보고 있어요. 더 아무래도 대출을 받아야 되니까 금리가 낮아졌으니까.
The benchmark interest rate has dipped under 2%, and commercial banks are quickly following suit by lowering home mortgage interest rates. In the case of fixed-rate loans, the lowest annual interest rate has fallen to the 2.7% range, and the adjustable rate loans have dropped below the 3% line. In addition, the interest rate cap loans with an annual rate in the mid-2% range are soon to become available at commercial banks. Basically, if you take out a loan of about $176,000 at an annual interest rate of 2.7%, you would have to pay less than $400 per month in interest. Customers have less burden paying interest, but the risk of accumulating household debt increases. The government plans to activate a household debt council comprised of relevant ministries and announce a comprehensive set of plans within the first half of this year.
Publicity rights refer to an entertainer's commercial right over their own looks and fame. With the emergence of diverse marketing means, entertainers often file compensation suits insisting that their publicity rights were violated. However, courts have delivered conflicting rulings over such cases, as there are no clear legal standards.
4 photographs of singer and actress Yui were posted on the blog of an Oriental medicine clinic. The posting included ad copy claiming that the clinic's obesity program could help people tone their body to look as healthy as the popular celebrity. Yui filed a compensation suit saying that her publicity rights over her face and name were violated, but the first and second trials delivered conflicting rulings. At the first trial, the bench ordered the Oriental Medicine Clinic to pay approximately $4,400 in damages to Yui, saying that based on civil law and overseas cases, publicity rights must be recognized as independent property rights. However, the second trial did not recognize publicity rights, saying that no relevant law is in place in South Korea.
퍼블리시티권의 인정, 성립 요건, 그다음에 구제 수단 이런 것들에 대해서 구체적인 입법이 필요할 것으로 생각됩니다.
Until clear legislation is devised, it appears that legal wrangling will continue between entertainers trying to protect their publicity rights and businesses seeking to take advantage of the celebrity's fame.
Viscum album, commonly known as European mistletoe, is known in Korea to have cancer-fighting qualities. But the illegal picking of this parasitic plant is rampant around this time of the year. Mistletoe gathering can be a dangerous activity that may even lead to death.
Park rangers detain a man who came down from the mountain at the entrance of the Deogyu-san National Park. The rangers find common mistletoe packed inside his backpack and plastic bags. They also discover a long hook. This time, the rangers stop a passenger vehicle. Its trunk is filled with mistletoe. An argument ensues between the rangers and the man found with the illegally picked plants. The mistletoe remain green all year round, so they're particularly conspicuous during the winter when other trees become bare. The reason the illegal picking of mistletoe is rampant in Korea is because people believe it to have health benefits. Last winter, a man in his 50s from Pyeongchang Gangwon province fell to his death while trying to gather it from atop of a tree.
채취하려고 사람들이 이게 어떨 때는 이렇게 나무를 베어내기도 하고.
It's illegal to gather forest products in the mountains without it being approved by the local governments. When a person is discovered taking forest products from a national park, they may be hit with a fine of up to about $26,400 or 3 years in prison.
Hooded cranes, which are designated as a natural monument in South Korea, have descended on Saemangum in the nation's southwestern coast. The birds are taking their last rest before embarking on their long trip northbound with the arrival of spring on the Korean peninsula. Let's take a look.
With graceful movements, hooded cranes peck at grains in a field filled with the energy of the new spring. Hooded cranes are called durumi in Korea, a name mimicking their unique call. The image of the birds soaring into the skies with their large wings spread wide resembles a work of traditional Korean ink and wash painting. The birds enjoy a final rest inside the Saemangum seawall before leaving for Siberia.
예전에는 낙동강을 따라서 쭉 올라갔던 경로를 이용을 했는데 서식지가 훼손이 됐습니다. 4대강 사업 때문에. 그래서 지금 서쪽으로 전체적으로 이동 경로가 지금 이동한 상태입니다.
Flocks of hooded cranes have generally been spotted staying in Suncheon Bay in Jeonnam Province and Cheonsu Bay in Chungnam Province. The appearance of 40 of the birds at Saemangum is considered a very rare occurrence.
이 서해안 지역의 넓은 농경지, 이쪽에 있는 낙곡들하고 또 갯벌이 있다 보니까 새들이 한 장소에서 먹고 쉬고 하는 게 다 가능하기 때문에 이쪽 지역을 선호하는 것 같습니다.
Following their special winter visit, the hooded cranes will begin their long northward trip late this month.
Even in the age of state-of-the-art technologies, there are people who have yet to get their chance to learn. The school is opened for adults who didn't have the opportunity to finish elementary school because of financial troubles. Let's take a look.
A group of students, adults with gray hair, are engrossed in reading. They're learning how to pronounce words correctly by repeating after their teacher. Reading in their native language is a challenge, but their passion for learning is unshakable. These people had to give up on their education when they were young because of financial problems. But now they have received the precious chance to learn.
19, 20살 때 직장생활 하면서 그렇게 학생들, 대학생들이, 고등학생들이 부러워서 진짜 울 정도로 막 돌아서 많이 울었거든요. 그래서 공부를 그렇게 하고 싶었었어요.
This school grants elementary school diplomas to adults if they complete its 3-year course. Most of its students are seniors in their 60s to 80s who didn't have the opportunity to attend school when they were young because they couldn't afford it. These enthusiastic learners are living proof of the old saying, it's never too late to learn.
A list of Korean films will lure viewers into the theater this spring. Last weekend, the #1 spot in the box office rankings went to the film The Deal. Here's more from the world of show business.
Korean movie The Deal beat foreign rivals Kingsman: The Secret Service and The Imitation Game to grab the top spot in the Korean box office rankings last weekend. The Deal is a story about the pain and suffering of victims who have lost their loved ones to a serial killer. Another Korean movie, 20, which is to open on March 25th, has been ranking high on the real-time ticket reservation charts, heralding a recovery for domestic films after a prolonged period of stagnation. Girls' Generation member Hyoyeon made her first appearance on the popular KBS TV weekend show Immortal Songs. She performed a samba-style song and dance from the legendary singer Na Huna along with the group S. Singer Kim Jang-hoon has been summarily indicted and levied an $880 fine for smoking on board a plane. The singer is being charged with smoking in the restroom of a Korean Air flight that departed from Paris Charles de Gaulle Airport on December 15th, heading to Incheon. During his police interrogation, the singer said he smoked to battle his panic disorder symptoms caused by stress that he had received because of the cancellation of his concert.
People need to take special care with their health when the seasons change. A new season is often accompanied by an unwelcome guest, the flu. Today, we'll find out more about flu symptoms and prevention measures. The Korea Center for Disease Control issued this year's first nationwide flu alert in January. Before, there were 12 flu patients per 1,000 people, but now that number has increased to 45. Roughly 500,000 people worldwide are said to die from flu every year.
7월 말부터 4월 사이에 주로 유행을 하는데 소아 노약자 만성질환자에서 폐렴이나 만성질환의 급성 악화로 사망에 이를 수 있습니다.
Children with underdeveloped immune systems are among the high-risk groups for flu.
소아는 성인보다 아무래도 면역력이 약하기 때문에 독감에 잘 걸리게 됩니다. 그리고 증상이 심하기도 한데요. 중이염이 잘 되고 폐렴, 모세기관지염, 흑염 같은 합병증이 잘 발생하게 됩니다.
The most prominent symptoms of flu include chills, headaches, and running a high temperature between 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. Flu can also cause muscle aches, vomiting, and diarrhea. The most direct way to prevent catching the flu is to get a flu vaccine.
효과적으로 막기 위해서는 11월경에 맞는 것이 좋습니다. 또 현재까지 맞지 않았다면 지금이라도 맞는 것이 예방에 도움이 될 수 있습니다.
Washing hands thoroughly and often is also a good preventative measure. Try to maintain indoor temperature between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius and indoor humidity between 40 and 60%. Rooms need to be ventilated 3 times a day for 30 minutes at a time. Flu is caused by the influenza virus infiltrating the body through the nose, bronchial tubes, and lungs, so wearing a mask when going outside is one barrier against the flu virus.
무엇보다 평소에 면역력을 높이는 생활 습관이 중요합니다. 따라서 규칙적인 식사와 운동이 매우 중요하고
Take such daily preventative measures as eating foods rich in vitamin C to help boost your immunity, and always drink plenty of water to protect yourself against the flu. And now let's take a look at the markets, followed by the world weather. And that's it for this edition of News Today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye.